Well, Danny, thanks for joining us. It's a wonderful way to end 2020.
Yeah, it is, Dave, and it's exactly that. I mean, there's no secret of it. You know, we feel that we have performed in patches, in games, and we all recognise that we needed to put 45 minutes together and produce a performance like we did today. And so the fact that we've been able to do that today, and especially I know how special this game is to our supporters, to go and get a win against Southend and put a performance in like that, I really do hope the fans can now see that where we're trying to take this group of players. And I spoke about it on the weekend about consistency, and we felt that from the first minute to the last minute the players gave us everything that we asked for.
And a clean sheet with a reorganised defence.
Yep, we decided that we needed to make some changes, and the changes that we made obviously were effective tonight. I keep going back to it. I don't think we can put performances like this down to individuals. I think it's a collective thing, and yes, the back four were better this evening, but that has a knock-on effect to the rest of the group, and the whole unit collectively tonight were very good to getting that clean sheet tonight.
And the captain once again led by example. It's a special free kick from Joby.
That's Joby though. That's, you know, he is the heartbeat of our team. We know that he is a very special player. He's a special person, and he comes up with good play, excellent play in big moments of the game when we need him, and that drives the rest of the group on. And we know how fortunate we are to have such a player of his quality in the team.
Connor Wilkinson deserved that goal, didn't he?
He did, and I don't think Connor's alone in that tonight. I mean, we put a big emphasis on seeing whether we could get the ball to our wingers, Lee and Connor. We changed it up slightly. We made sure that we made the pitch nice and big, and we put a big emphasis on them. We've talked a lot about accountability and responsibility in the dressing room, and we put a lot of responsibility on their shoulders tonight, and we feel that they both delivered. In particular, Connor, who was a constant threat throughout. He had a wonderful opportunity in the first half where the lads made a great block off the line, but he was a constant threat, and that's what those two can bring us.
It was a battle in midfield. It was a battle that Leyton Orient won.
Absolutely, we talked about it though. It's a derby. We made that. We put a big emphasis on that to the players. That, you know, this was a must-win. I spoke a lot before the game that, you know, sometimes you've got to strip it back and go away from putting such an emphasis on tactics and look more at the raw essence of football, which is running, which is working hard, and which is competing, and making sure that you can sustain that throughout a 90-minute period. And we did that tonight. To a man, I've said to them in the dressing room, to a man, they fought for each other, and that's all we can ask. And if they continue to do that, then we've got enough quality in that dressing room to be a real threat in this division. But we've got to start putting games together.
Psychologically, it's such a boost as we look to the new year.
Absolutely. It's a psychological boost because we are making this place a fortress. It would be an even bigger fortress if we had our support in it, pushing us forward. We don't. So at the moment, we have to just keep doing what we're doing when we come home, knowing that we can put those performances in. And then when we go on the road, we've got to start recognising that 45 minutes isn't enough. We know it's not enough. It's no secret to us. We have to make sure that when we do get on the road, that we can put 2:45s together. And the fortunate thing is that we've got another home game on Saturday.
It's going to be a tough one, isn't it, against the big spenders, Salford City?
Yeah. Again, I said it last week, Dave, there is a real balance to this division. As you've seen, yes, we've put a good performance in against Southend, but they fought at times. They tried to stretch us in the end, and they tried to put us under a lot of pressure. Salford will come and probably be a little bit different, but it's about us now. It's not about the opposition anymore. It's about what we do and how we can compete and how we look at ourselves, and can we put that consistency together.
How difficult is it to plan for that game and this one as well, with Ross Embleton self-isolating?
We can't make a secret of it. It's a difficult situation. It's an incredibly difficult situation for Ross to be sat at home. You know, look at it from this perspective. The fans sit at home. They're frustrated that they can't be here. The manager is sat at home and he can't directly affect his team by being on the side with his presence. So that's a huge frustration. But again, we have to be adaptable. He's put a lot of faith and a lot of trust in his staff to go and deliver his message. There was a clear direct line to my ear. I had an earpiece on my mobile phone tonight. Ross was able to get his messages in, but he did put a lot of responsibility. He gave a lot of responsibility, to his staff to be able to deliver his message, and we felt collectively we did that tonight.
Were there any injuries from tonight's game?
At the moment, again, Dave, no one has suggested to me that we've got any problems. The boys did put a hell of a shift in tonight, so we'll have to see. We're back in the training ground. Everyone's back in the training ground first thing tomorrow morning, so we'll be able to assess it from there. But at the moment, no problems.
And finally for me, Danny, the substitutes demonstrated the strength of this squad.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very fortunate to have the squad that we have. We know that. We've got a lot of quality in our squad, and I think what that does when we're able to bring the players on that we can bring on, that demoralises opposition because they know we've got strength. But the big thing for us is making sure that everyone stays on the same page, everyone stays on task with what we're trying to achieve this season. We're incredibly positive in our camp because of that, because we know we've got good strength in our squad, and we're still incredibly positive that we can do something in this division this year.
Congratulations and Happy New Year. Thank you, Danny.